Alrighty, welcome back to the Georgia Farm Monitor and to another edition of Meals from the Field. As you can see today, we are celebrating apple season, and before we get started, I do want to thank our friends from the GFB Certified Farm Markets in Ellijay and Blue Ridge. Apples, of course, coming from there. We have fried pies from Marcia Orchards, and of course, you can get all kinds of pies up there, fritters, and the main ingredient, which is today, apples. Hey everybody, as mentioned, welcome back. Joining me as always, my good friend and partner in crime, Marcia Crowley. So good to see you again.
Good to see you, Ray.
And you know, they say change is good, so we're changing into another season.
That's
right.
right.
And we're in apple season. Last month, if you joined us, we did tailgating, but today we are doing apples and all kinds of great recipes, starting with the pork loin.
Pork
Tell us
tenderloin.
what we got here. Pork
I love
tenderloin.
pork tenderloin. It's one of my favorite cuts of meat. You can do just about anything to it. And we've been browning this on all sides in a little bit of olive oil. We're just going to put that in a baking
For the purpose
dish.
of TV, we'll act like it's already cooked. So.
Right. Well, you're going to put it in the oven, so actually it is. Where are my apples? All right, we're going to add to that 2 cups of chopped Georgia apples, and they need to be a cooking apple.
Okay.
Like Granny Smith or Gala. We got 1/2 cup of coarsely chopped onion. We're just going to saute that. Kind of, if there's any brown bits on the bottom from the pork, we're going to loosen that up. We're going to add to that 1/2 cup of wine.
Okay.
And you can figure out what to do with the rest of the bottle if you want.
I'll give it to friends and family.
Give it to friends and family. All right. Now, while that's sauteing just a little bit, we're going to spread. This is 1/2 cup of apple jelly and 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. We're going to mix that up together. And we're going to spread it the best you can over this warm pork.
All right.
And like I said, pork and apples they go together naturally. I mean, and sweet potatoes and all that good stuff all go together. And Georgia apples are so versatile. I mean, and I personally think Georgia apples are better because they're fresher.
And they're from Georgia.
And they're from Georgia. All right, let me turn this off so we don't.
Everything is better in Georgia.
So we don't start a house fire here like we did before we started. See, what y'all don't see won't hurt you, right?
Exactly.
All right, we're going to put this mixture, pour this over this pork tenderloin, the apples, the onion.
I could smell that wine too.
The
That smells
wine. And if you know, if you don't want to cook with wine or whatever, you could use apple juice or just water.
good. Okay.
Very versatile. All right, at this point, you're going to put this in the oven, and you're going to bake it at 325 for 30 minutes.
All right.
And there you have that. And let's put
Here's
that
the finished product over here.
over here so we don't set it on fire.
Good stuff there.
It's really good. I'm telling you, it's just sweet enough, just tart enough with the vinegar in there.
All right, what's next?
The next thing is a pecan apple cobbler. So this is 2.5 cups of sliced Georgia apples, once again cooking apples. We're going to spread on top of that sugar, cinnamon, and Georgia pecans. Like 1/2 cup of pecans, I think it's 1/2 cup of sugar and some cinnamon. And there again, if you don't like cinnamon, some people don't, you could substitute nutmeg or leave it out altogether.
Right.
Okay, the topping is 1/3 cup of butter. We're going to beat an egg to go in there. Remove that so we don't accidentally put the vinegar in there. A cup of milk. And this recipe is so good because it's good for dessert. It's not too sweet, and it's good for breakfast.
Nice.
All right, you're going to add that to a cup of flour. So this is the milk and the egg. You're adding it to the flour. Mixing that up. And you're just going to pour this over the top. There's 1/2 cup of sugar in the flour too. But of course, all the recipes are on your website if we mess up. All right, you're going to pour this, and it's going to be lumpy. You're going to pour this over the apple pecan mixture. And you can make this obviously ahead, serve it warm, cold. I mean, and apples and pecans go great together too, I think.
Of course, my daughter would probably just eat it raw like that.
Eat it raw. Well, tell her not to do that. It's got an egg in it.
Oh, okay.
A raw egg. All right, then you're going to sprinkle 1/2 cup of Georgia pecans over the top of that, and you're going to bake it at 325 for about 50 minutes
50
till it's
minutes.
done. That's slaw.
And then we got the finished product over here.
And I'm telling you, it's really good. It's not too sweet. It's really good for breakfast if you needed something special for breakfast.
And real quick, you said you had mentioned slaw over
apple,
here.
Yes, we have. You take a package of angel hair cabbage, and it's got 2 cups of Georgia apples chopped and 2 cups of pecans, mayonnaise, and honey. And it's really good, really
awesome.
fresh. It's good.
That's awesome.
And then, of course, the apple pies I did not make.
But they are delicious. And of course, with Martha, here we go again. My wife's name is Martha, so
That's right.
occasionally I call her Marcia, and we kind of get confused there occasionally. But anyway, as Marcia mentioned, you can find all these recipes by going on to gfb.org/recipe. Everything is there for you in detail. Even my wife, Martha, can actually make these recipes. So, Marcia,
I'm sure she can.
so good to see you again.
Thank
you
you,
so
Ray.
much. And we will see you guys next month.